guys, it's Marine. Welcome back to my little English page. Today is day 4 of our Saturday listening lives, and today we actually have a special guest speaker, I guess, or a special feature. And as you guys know from the thumbnail, it is Halima from Blackboard English. So, before we start, guys, just to remind you, you can become a patron, and to do that all you have to do is get me a little cup of coffee at www.co-fi.com, and you could become one of the patrons of the week, like Danielle this week. Thank you, Danielle. Thank you very much. I really appreciate. So how are you guys? Are you excited and ready to learn practice a little bit of English? So I see we have quite a few people already in the comments section. Hi Lolly, hi Sheriff, maybe we, Abdelkader, English Vibes, Khalid, Marco, who else? Serge is here as well, nice to see you. Red is here as well. Are you on the streets, Sheriff? I think it's because you said you couldn't hear anything, right? All right. Okay, so how are you guys? Are you excited? I'm really excited. This is my official first collab on my channel with Halima, though we've known each other for a very, very long time now. Pretty much since the beginning. We get on really well. So for today, guys, we are going to do a little bit of listening practice. As usual, you know the drill. We're going to listen to a new fable, and then we are going to analyze the vocabulary and do a little bit of comprehension. To do that, we'll focus more on the moral, what we think there is to learn from this, okay? All right, we have a few new people as well. So Purple Avatar, I'm sorry, I can't read your name, but good morning to you. Hello, Vlad. Hello, EEU. Adriana. All right, so guys, before we move on, I just want to tell you a little bit more about our guest. So today we are going to listen to Halima from Blackboard English. Make sure that you check her channel. She does videos like me very regularly, and they're really good, really good. She also goes live regularly, I think every week or so. So that's also a great way for you guys to hear. So she's not a native speaker, but she sounds like one. She's that good, guys. So I strongly recommend that you check out her channel if you don't know it yet. All right. So before we move on to the actual activity, Halima has made a little video. It's about 2 minutes where she shares 2 tips with you guys to improve your listening. So we're going to listen to that in just a minute. There's no subtitles, there's nothing written on the screen, so this is good for you guys to practice listening, actually. What I'd like you to do is to write down sentences that you hear. That way, with everybody compiling everything together, you should be able to follow along and understand everything. Not today, but tomorrow, I will add subtitles to that part of the video, to her little tips, so that you can go and rewatch it again and have the subtitles this time, because I think it can be quite useful. But this time we're going to start without subtitles and see how much you understand, okay? Hello, Eunice. Oh, hi, Kader. All right, guys, so are you all right? So Rizma is saying, I follow Halima on Instagram and your account for sure. So basically, you know both of us. Awesome. Good. Halima is fantastic. I really, really like her. And you know, online, I forgot my fan. Oh, it's here. 1 second. Online, it can be quite difficult to create relationships with other people, but she is the one person with whom I've really, really bonded. We've actually met in London last Christmas, so that was really exciting as well. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Marine, maybe know which app you use on YouTube because it's really interactive. I like it. So I use Ecamm. eCam. And yes, it's awesome, isn't it? You can do so many things on the screen, so I like that. Ooh, it's hot in here, guys. Apparently next week we're reaching the 40s. So that's no good, is it? It's too much. All right, so let's move on, guys. We're going to listen to Halima's tip now. We'll only listen to it once because remember, if you're struggling and you don't understand everything, you can always rewatch it later. We have quite a lot to do today, so let's get started. Let's go. So listen and pay attention, guys, okay? Are you ready? Let's go.
Hello fearless learners, I'm Halima from Blackboard English, and today I want to give you my special listening tips. Tip number 1 is that you must listen more than once. What does that mean? It means that if you can't hear a phrase or a word, that you listen over and over and over again until you can hear this particular word or phrase. Most students won't do this. They will listen to something and once they can't hear a word or a phrase, they get frustrated and move on. This is not what I want you to do. What I want you to do is keep listening over and over again until you can actually hear the word or the phrase. Tip number 2 is that I want you to do active and passive listening. Most students love passive listening. So whether you're watching a movie or you're listening to music, you listen without doing anything. So this is passive listening. But what I want you to do is do a combination of active and passive listening. So what you're going to do is you're going to do some questions, answer some questions, do a gap fill while you're listening. A gap fill, for those of you that don't know, is like when you have a sentence or a paragraph and there's certain areas missing, certain words that are missing. You listen to the song or you listen to the movie, and what happens is while you're listening, you try to hear what the person is saying. All right, so the 2 things I want you to do is, number 1, keep listening until you can hear the word or phrase. So don't listen just once, listen more than once. I recommend 3, 4, 5, 6 times until you can hear the word on your own. Tip number 2 is to do active and passive listening. So you're not just sitting there watching a movie and you're thinking you're doing work. No, you have to do something while you're listening. Okay, so that's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.
Hey guys, sorry, I just sneezed so loud. Alright, so this was Halima's tips. So she's shared 2 different tips. I particularly like the active/passive listening tip. It's true that a lot of students say, but I listen to the radio all the time, I watch movies all the time. But what happens is when you watch a movie, for example, you just get into the story and you stop focusing on the language itself. So what you have to do is find a task to do when you are listening. What I tell my students is, for example, sometimes try to pay attention to the verbs that are being used, or try to pay attention to tenses. Find all of the adjectives. So try to focus on something specific while you do any kind of listening, if it's not a specific actual listening task. So I see you guys are laughing at my sneezing. I think there's another one coming though. I can feel it. I can feel it. All right, guys. So I'm glad you liked her tip. Again, remember, you can always go back on the video later and listen to it again. And tomorrow, not today, tomorrow I will add subtitles to this specific part of the video, to Halima's video. Okay, guys? So let's move on to today's lesson. As you can see, so this is the title: The Ass, the Lion, and the Fox. So obviously when we say the ass, we're not referring to the buttocks. We're referring to an animal in this case. So let's have a look at today's animals. So the first one, the ass, can also be called a donkey. You're probably more familiar with the word donkey than the word ass. But it's funny, ha 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 ha. Okay, then obviously we know what a lion is. I did still want to show you guys so you can visualize it, yeah. And then we have the fox. The fox. I love fox, they're very pretty and cute. Though they look a bit cheeky, don't they? And they have a weird laugh, a very high-pitched laugh. It sounds like kids or babies. Like that. Alright, so these are the animals that we are going to have a look at today, okay? Alright, so let's have a look at today's exercise, guys. Make sure you grab a pen and a paper because we are going to start the first recording. Now, Halima's voice is so nice, so easy to listen to. I see a lot of you are saying yes, she's very easy to understand. I absolutely agree with you. It's the kind of voice you just want to kind of just listen to. I love her voice, and in this recording she did a really good job. So are you guys ready with a pen and a paper? Are you ready to go? I'll have some juice while I wait for your answers, guys. And now is the moment to give it a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up. Thumbs up, dop. Yeah, I still haven't made that thumbs up video. I tried to do one yesterday. It was a disaster. So it'll have to wait a little bit longer. Alright, guys. So, still nobody telling me they're ready? Oh, Winston's biting things, guys. Alright, Lolly's ready. Fantastic. Anybody else ready? Ready to learn? Yeah, we're ready to learn, Marine. Yeah. Ooh, thumbs up, guys. Well done. Alright, well, I guess most of you are ready. Okay, so English Vibes also has a pen and a paper. Fantastic. Maybe we is also ready. Good. Alright, so let's listen to it. The first time I'll just play it once. I won't stop it. Just listen to it and let's go.
The ass and the fox, having entered into a partnership together, went out into the forest to hunt. They had not proceeded far when they met a lion. The fox approached the lion and promised to contrive for him the capture of the ass, if he would pledge his word that his own life should be spared. On his assuring him that he would not injure him, the fox led the ass to a deep pit and contrived that he should fall into it. The lion, seeing that the ass was secured, immediately clutched the fox and then attacked the ass at his leisure.
Alright, so in this one there's no actual sentence that is the moral of the story. We'll have to deduct that together, okay? So, how was the first listening? Did you find it okay, a bit challenging? I like the way Halima speaks. She doesn't blend her words too much. Her pace is fairly slow, so she's easy to understand. Alright, so I'll see what you guys think. Of course, I'm going to play it in a second, but I'm just going to have a quick look at the comments. So yeah, you guys were already good. And Khalid, this is orange juice, natural orange juice. There's a bit of pulp at the bottom. Yeah, didn't want a coffee. I've already had 2 today. Okay, guys, so let's play it one more time. Ooh, Lolly, did you struggle with this one? Okay, well, let's play it one more time.
The ass and the fox, having entered into a partnership together, went out into the forest to hunt. They had not proceeded far when they met a lion. The fox approached the lion and promised to contrive for him the capture of the ass, if he would pledge his word that his own life should be spared. On his assuring him that he would not injure him, the fox led the ass to a deep pit and contrived that he should fall into it. The lion, seeing that the ass was secured, immediately clutched the fox and then attacked the ass at his leisure.
Okay, alright, so yeah, I see see some answers already, but yeah, they're not quite right. So this is a little bit more challenging than I thought. Again, so we're going to listen to it one more time. So just like we usually do, I'm going to play it, but I'm going to stop after each sentence to give you time to write down your answers or just think a little bit about it. Okay? So let's do that, and I will stop the recording every sentence. Okay? Let's do that again.
The ass and the fox, having entered into a partnership together, went out into the forest to hunt. They had not proceeded far when they met a lion. The fox approached the lion and promised to contrive for him the capture of the ass, if he would pledge his word that his own life should be spared. On his assuring him that he would not injure him, the fox led the ass to a deep pit and contrived that he should fall into it. The lion, seeing that the ass was secured, immediately clutched the fox and then attacked the ass at his leisure.
Okay, so I see a few more answers again. Now, Marco, you're saying, is it line or lion? It sounds very similar. Lion, line. I know, but she does say lion, lion. Okay, not line. All right, so English Vibes has quite a few. Went out, met a lion, approached, he would, assured him, da 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 da. Okay, okay. We have some good things there. I think Sheriff wrote some answers earlier as well. I can't see them anymore. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to play it one more time full speed, and then we're going to have a look at the answers, okay? Last time, pay attention, guys, and then the answers.
The ass and the fox, having entered into a partnership together, went out into the forest to hunt. They had not proceeded far when they met a lion. The fox approached the lion and promised to contrive for him the capture of the ass, if he would pledge his word that his own life should be spared. On his assuring him that he would not injure him, the fox led the ass to a deep pit and contrived that he should fall into it. The lion, seeing that the ass was secured, immediately clutched the fox and then attacked the ass at his leisure.
All right, I'm going to sneeze again. It's because the AC is on. Okay, good job, guys. So now let's move on to the answers, and then we will have a look at the vocabulary afterwards. I'm pretty sure there's a few words you're not familiar with in this fable. So let's have a look at the answers now.
The ass and the fox, having entered into a partnership together, went out into the forest to hunt. They had not proceeded far when they met a lion. The fox approached the lion and promised to contrive for him the capture of the ass, if he would pledge his word that his own life should be spared. On his assuring him that he would not injure him, the fox led the ass to a deep pit and contrived that he should fall into it. The lion, seeing that the ass was secured, immediately clutched the fox and then attacked the ass at his leisure.
Okay, how was that, guys? I see a lot of you have the right answers or almost correct. So let's listen to it one more time to make sure you have all of your answers right, and then vocabulary. Let's go.
The ass and the fox, having entered into a partnership together, went out into the forest to hunt. They had not proceeded far when they met a lion. The fox approached the lion and promised to contrive for him the capture of the ass, if he would pledge his word that his own life should be spared. On his assuring him that he would not injure him, the fox led the ass to a deep pit and contrived that he should fall into it. The lion, seeing that the ass was secured, immediately clutched the fox and then attacked the ass at his leisure.
All right, so I see, Sheriff, you're asking me to play the moral of the story. There's no actual sentence here. You kind of have to deduct it yourself. Deduct, yes. You have to guess the moral on your own. You have to understand it from the story itself. Okay? So, how did that go, guys? Wow, English vibes, 8 out of 8. Awesome. Well done, good job. What about everybody else? How did it go? Did you do well? A little bit better than last time or not? Well, last time was the Scottish version, so that must have been really challenging. This is more of a standard British accent, I guess we could say. Alright, so everybody else, how did that go? Oh, you wanted the story itself, Sheriff. Okay. So everybody else, how did it go? Let me know. I'm very curious. Come on, tell me. Very quiet, guys. Well, for those of you who don't know and are here for the first time, there's a little delay between the moment you write the comments and the moment I receive them. So that might be why. Okay. So, Red, you said nice. Sheriff, you did 6 out of 8. That's good. Lolly, 2. Well, that's a beginning. Khalid, 7. Maybe we 5. Okay, so pretty good, guys. Pretty good. Well done. Okay, 5, 3. All right. So, we're going to move on to the vocabulary part of the live. We're going to have a look at some of... Ooh, Sergey is saying that Scottish was easy. Maybe for you. Okay, and then Sheriff is saying, cheer up, Lolly, just keep trying. Exactly, that's the way you have to see things. You have to just think that it's hard now, it's going to be a little bit hard tomorrow, and the day after it's going to become a little bit easier. Practice makes perfect. Alright, guys, so let's move on to the vocabulary now. So as you know, I choose a few words from the story. How many do we have here? I think we have about 10 words. Ah! Teacher Will is here, guys! Hey! How are you, Will? So nice to see you. Thank you, Will. So yes, today we had Halima as one of our wonderful special features. And that's the story we had a look at today. The Ass, the Lion, and the Fox. Okay, guys, so as you know, I have selected some words from the fable that I think are a bit more difficult or maybe a bit more obscure. And we're going to have a look at what they mean. Are you ready? Yes, Marine, we're so ready. Yay, let's go. Yeah, Teacher Will is in the house. Okay, so the first one we're going to have a look at, I think, is not that difficult to understand, but I thought it was interesting to bring it up. It is to enter a partnership. What could a partnership refer to? Okay, let me know in the comment section. What do you think? What is it? So now I'm going to read you the sentence where we hear that particular expression. Okay, so it was the ass and the fox. Oh, I have WhatsApp open. The ass and the fox, having entered a partnership together, went out into the forest to hunt. Okay? So, let me know in the comment section how we could define what enter a partnership is, or how we could say that in different words, okay? Good job, Lolly, exactly. That's the right attitude, positive attitude. Okay, so in this case, it could mean they became friends, okay? Good. Yes, they started an alliance. Good. What else? How else could we say that? Partnership is a civil marriage. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be related to marriage. In this case, the fox and the ass definitely did not get married. It has nothing to do with marriage in this case. But a partnership could be related to marriage. But you could have a work-related partnership as well. Okay? Thank you, Will. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Alright, so yeah, friend, collaboration, start a relationship. That's actually what I said. up to start a relationship. In this particular help, it's of mutual help, okay? They're doing that because they need each other's help, okay? Have a contract. It doesn't have to be with some kind of contract. Team up is another great way of putting it, absolutely. All right, Marine will be a franchise. Who knows, maybe one day. So yes, basically they became friends. They decided to help each other because they could and they needed that kind of help, okay? So my next word here is proceed. Proceed. But I want you to focus on the meaning of this word in this context, okay? In this particular context. So let me read you the sentence again. They had not proceeded far when they met a lion. They had not proceeded far when they met a lion. So what do you think it means in this case? What does proceed mean? What would you say, guys? Oh, sorry. Okay, so let's see. So yeah, you also said a venture, Sergi. That would have worked for the previous one. Absolutely, that's fine. Good. So, what did you think for this one? Thanks, Jared. So come on, guys. Proceed in this context. Let me read it one more time. They had not proceeded far when they met a lion. So Sheriff is saying continue. Yes, pretty much. Go on. Okay. That works. To act. Yeah, kind of, Marco. Yeah. Keep going. Similar as well. Okay. Proceed, move forward, or do something. So that's exactly what I chose in this case. It is to move forward, okay? So they're basically talking that they're walking in the forest. They hadn't been walking for a long time when, bam, they meet a lion, okay? They had not shared that much, so not quite right in this case, Ingrid. They had not shared that much. So, no. So reach, yeah, kind of, okay. All right, so then that's one word that I'm pretty sure you don't know. Because I have to admit, I did not know that word. But I guess you can kind of deduct what it means from context, from the story itself. It is the word contrive. So it's a verb in this case, contrive. Let me read you the sentence again where we find this word. The fox approached the lion and promised to contrive for him the capture of the ass. One more time. The fox approached the lion and promised to contrive for him the capture of the ass. So what on earth could contrive mean? Promise to contrive for him the capture. So English Rhymes is saying contrive means to cause. Okay, yeah. That's pretty much the definition I chose. Okay, to cause. Can we think of another way of saying that? An alternative or a synonym? Guys, I'm going to remove that green bar because it's bothering me. It's right in my face. Huh. So if you need it, I'll just put it back again. Okay? Contrive is help. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Present, not really. Collaborate. I think so far the best one we have is to cause by English Vibes. Oh, hello, DAA. Nice to meet you. Handed him. Okay, not too bad. Okay. So I chose to engineer or to cause to happen. So let me read the sentence again, guys, and try to understand it now that you know that it means to cause, okay? Or engineer, make it happen. The fox approached the lion and promised to contrive for him the capture of the ass. So he's basically promising, oh yeah, mate, I'm gonna capture it for him. I'm gonna capture the ass for you. Don't worry, I promise. I'm gonna do that for you. So that's what contrive means, okay? Help him on something, contrive to plan, yeah, work for him. Yeah, good. Exactly, guys. Well done. So, our next word is pledge. Pledge. I love how you guys motivate each other in the comment section. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so our next word was pledge. So I'm going to reread that bit I just read and continue. That way you'll hear the word pledge in context again. The fox approached the lion and promised to contrive for him the capture of the ass, if he would pledge his word that his own life should be spared. Yes, maybe we exactly promise. That's a good way. So, I mean, that's pretty much what I say. So I'm going to put it up. Okay, so it is to promise. Exactly. If you pledge something, you promise. For example, what else? If you watch American movies about university, you'll know that they, sororities and brotherhood. Is it brotherhood? I don't think that's a word, but sororities. So it's basically in university, they have special houses that they can join. They're kind of like clubs, and they have to pledge. They become pledges, which means they are basically promising to follow the rules of that house and to do everything according to how they say it in that house. Okay? Exactly, make a pact. That works as well. Promise. Exactly. Good job, guys. Well done. So, next one we have to be spared. To be spared. What does it mean? To be spared. So let me read that bit of the sentence again. If he would pledge his word that his own life should be spared. Spared. To spare someone's life. So be spared in this case is a passive voice, okay? But to spare is the active version of the verb, okay? To spare. Why using many difficult words when there are easier words? Well, because they're part of the language, and if you encounter those words in real life, it's kind of a good thing to know what they mean, I think. Because, you need to broaden your vocabulary, make it as wide as possible. And yes, I focus on the more advanced words because you already know the basic words. So what's the point of teaching the basic words again? Okay, Marco? I hope that makes sense. Okay, so be spared, to keep alive, be freed in this case, pretty much. Thank you, Anna Rita, I appreciate that. To release. Is that a word we saw in the previous one again? Okay. Okay. Save, to die, so it's the opposite. Be spared, be kept alive. Okay. Good. And just to go back on that, Marco, those fables were written hundreds of years ago. So they do have a slightly more advanced feel to them because, the languages evolve and they become more simple. But those are also good materials to use, to learn from. Okay? Good. All right, so for this one, be spared, exactly, be saved, pretty much the same. Okay. Then the next one is a word that we have seen before. We have seen it, so I'm going to go very quickly on it. I'm going to read the sentence and give you the meaning. Assure. So on his assuring him that he would not injure him, the fox led the ass into a deep pit. Okay, so on his assuring that he would not injure him. Okay, so this one I'm going to give it away straight away because we've seen it before. To promise, to guarantee, to not unsure, that's slightly different, but make sure. Okay, good, well done, guys. So the next one is a deep pit. A deep pit. Okay, so just to help you out here, I don't know if you know, but the opposite of deep is shallow. I'm writing it in the comment section. Okay, shallow. But what is a deep pit? How could we phrase that differently so it's easier to understand? Okay, so I see a few more answers for the previous one. To confirm, encourage or promise. Assure is to convince or guarantee. Guarantee, make sure. Okay, good job, guys. Well done. All right, so what is a deep pit? A deep pit. So remember I said the opposite of deep is shallow. Shallow. But what is a pit? Yes, I always want to say waybe. You are maybe we. Yes, a pit is basically a hole on the ground. Good. Exactly. A big hole on the ground. Now, deep means that it goes very, 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 very far. Okay? It goes very deep. Good. Pit is also part of, yeah, good. All right, so here I wrote very low. Okay, that was a way of saying deep. Very low hole on the ground. Okay, wunderbar, very good. Then another word. I don't know if you're familiar with this one. Clutch. So actually, if some of you, do we have that on a car? I'm pretty sure there's a clutch on bikes or motorbikes. I'm not very good with the parts of a car. But a clutch. So in this case, obviously it's not related to a car. It's a verb. A verb. So let me read you the sentence again where we find clutch. Okay. The lion, seeing that the ass was secured, immediately clutched the fox and then attacked the ass at his leisure. Okay? The lion, seeing that the ass was secured, immediately clutched the fox. Clutched the fox. Okay. So we have caught. Yes. Clutch is to hold. Yes, good. So then Sheriff is saying, are fables British or American? They can be anything. Doesn't really matter. I don't know if those are actually from English originally, because remember we saw one, another one from La Fontaine, which was the tortoise and the hare, and I think that was translated from French. So it might be that they're actually not even English, but that they've been translated. That's a possibility. Scratch, yeah, kind of. Okay, control. Attach, not really attach. Tackle, not quite, not quite. Clutch is part of the car where we used to disconnect the engine and the wheels. Yeah, and I think it's because that thing does something like that. Okay, I think that's why it does some kind of grabbing action. I think. So I said to grip or grasp tightly. Okay, so you grasp it, you clutch it. Okay, good. All right, fantastic. And we have one more word today, guys. It is, well, it's not really a word, it's just a little expression. What do they mean at the end by at his leisure? In this case here, I've used the one just to make the expression a bit more general, okay? You change the one by a possessive. At my leisure, at his leisure, at their leisure, okay? So the sentence was, so the same one again. The lion, seeing that the ass was secured, immediately clutched the fox and then attacked the ass at his leisure. He attacked the ass at his leisure. What does that mean, guys? What does it mean? Hi, Eternal Creation. Thank you. So what does it mean here, at his leisure? At one's leisure. What do we mean by that? Any guesses? I'll give you a second to think, guys. So you guys here are confused. Well, you're not confused, but you're thinking just of the word leisure. Which, of course, yes, is free time, spare time, fun time. But that's not really what it means here as part of this expression, at one's leisure. How could we phrase that differently? So his happiness, his spare time, not quite, guys. It's not related to spare time. His house? What? No. It's not part of the body at all. No. Having a good time? No. So basically here it means freely. however he wants. So he was free to do whatever he wanted now with the ass. It sounds weird said like that. Okay, so let me read the sentence again. The lion, seeing that the ass was secured, immediately clutched the fox and then attacked the ass at his leisure, or we could say freely, however he wanted, however he desired. Without haste or slowly. I mean, he could have done it like that because there's nobody else stopping him. The fox, the fox is just basically out of the picture now. And so he's free to do whatever he likes, okay, at his leisure. There's nobody telling him what to do. It's just however he likes to do it. Okay, guys, all right. Well, that was actually a little bit quicker than usual. I don't know why. 100% weird. I guess so, Khalid, sorry. Okay, guys, so what I want to do, I want to play it one more time. I'm going to play the one with the answer. The answers. Why? Because remember, usually there's a little sentence at the end which is the moral of the story, but in this case there's no actual sentence. The moral is kind of included inside the fable itself. So I'm gonna play it so that you can hear the story again, and I would like you to write a sentence that you think could be the moral of the story, okay? There's not really a right or wrong, but I want you to choose your own words to write a sentence that would be the moral of this story, okay? So let me play it one more time, but this time with the answers, so you don't need to focus really on the listening, but more on understanding what this is all about, okay? So let's do that.
The ass and the fox, having entered into a partnership together, went out into the forest to hunt. They had not proceeded far when they met a lion. The fox approached the lion and promised to contrive for him the capture of the ass, if he would pledge his word that his own life should be spared. On his assuring him that he would not injure him, the fox led the ass to a deep pit and contrived that he should fall into it. The lion, seeing that the ass was secured, immediately clutched the fox and then attacked the ass at his leisure.
Okay, so how could we phrase the moral? What could we say? Okay, what do you think there is here? So I'm going to tell you what I think, but I don't want that to change your own opinion. Okay, let me know what you think, and while you write that down, I'll tell you what I think. So what I think the moral of the story is that sometimes you should be happy with what you have. Think about it. The fox and the ass were happily living together. They were helping each other. Maybe because, the ass is maybe slower and bigger, so he could reach things higher, maybe in trees, but the fox is smaller, so he can fit in little holes. So they were pretty much, matching. They would do what the other could do. So they had a pretty balanced relationship, a circle of mutual help. But what happened is the fox, he just wanted more. He wanted more. He wasn't satisfied. And that caused him to perish. And not only did it, affect one of them, it affected both of them. Okay? I think a good analogy with, real life is, for example, relationships. You have two people in a partnership and one of them cheats because, they think there's better out there. And what happens is it ends up hurting both people. So that's how I kind of see this story. That's what I get from this story, that sometimes you should just enjoy what you have and appreciate it, because what seems to be, brighter and shinier somewhere else is not what it seems. And as you can see, the lion was out there to get them. He tricked them. The fox thought he was smarter, but he got tricked. Okay? So what about you guys? What do you think is the moral of... Okay, so English Vibe is saying, you should appreciate everything and be content with the present because we're never familiar with our destiny. Okay, yeah, good. Exactly. So they had a perfectly happy life and the fox had to go and ruin it all. Exactly. Good. Very good. Fantastic. So what do you guys think? Everybody else. So English vibe, I think we pretty much agree on this one. We have a similar opinion, but let's see if anybody else has a different way of understanding this particular fable. Yes, that's why you found. Yeah, some want everything and they end up having nothing. Yes, the other land is always greener. So I think it's the grass is always greener on the other side of the fence. Yes, I think that's the whole expression. Exactly, you see things and you think they're better, and in the end you realize, oh, what I had was pretty good. Good, well done. Any last minute moral interpretations, guys? Anything else that you'd like to add about this fable? Or maybe you can think of another situation where we could apply this story. So I said, for example, a married couple in a partnership. Can we think of other examples? I think we could think of, for example, jobs or friendship. You know, you have a long-lasting friendship and somebody new comes along and you think, oh, it's new and it's exciting and it's fun. And then you realize the person didn't really have them, you know, your best interest at heart. So I think that's another way of interpreting this. Or work. You have a good job, you're happy, decent pay, and then you think, oh yeah, but that looks cooler, or that's, you know, better paid. And in the end, you realize, well, maybe, but there's so much stress, or they fire you. So I think those are other ways of interpreting it. You shouldn't cheat. Not cheat your friend, deceive. I think deceive is the better word here, Anna. Deceive. Okay? All right. Okay, well done, guys. So let's move on. Okay, the cheating example is good. That's what bad minds do. Having a perfect person, then cheating. Yeah, okay. It's because some people don't realize, you know, that of what they have. They don't realize what they have. Good. Okay, guys, so we're going to move on to the last part. Okay, so it's the thank you, goodbye part. So now is your time, guys, to ask me a few questions. Remember, we always do a little Q&A kind of thing at the end of the lesson. And I have a mini announcement to make as well at the very end, so make sure you stay. It's about next week's listening practice. It's gonna be exciting. Okay. So you may lead your friends into hell without even thinking about it, yeah? Yes, maybe we learn together. That's Will's sentence, isn't it? I have keep on learning, and then he has we learn together. That's another great expression. Looks can be deceiving. Absolutely, absolutely. Alright guys, so before we move on, just remember you could become a wonderful patron like Danielle this week, okay? To do that, you can just get me a little cup of coffee to change. Today I got some orange juice, but works the same. And to do that, all you have to do is go to www.coffee.com. And you'll get a big shout out during the next Saturday live. Now, there's a few things I need to say. The first one is there's not going to be a Facebook Live this week because I have some friends visiting and I have a few more hours of teaching students this week. So I'm not going to be able to teach it this Tuesday, but we'll be back the next Tuesday on Facebook. And then, so our next YouTube lesson is, of course, on Thursday at 4 p.m. GMT+2. Now, next week, I am not going to be able to do the Saturday listening in the morning nor in the afternoon. So I'm going to do it on Sunday next week. But I'd like to know if you'd like me to teach it in the morning on Sunday or in the afternoon. So I'm going to post a little quiz on YouTube itself, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, everywhere, to kind of get an idea of you know, if you prefer morning or afternoon, okay? And then, so next week, guys, is super exciting. I'm not going to tell you who yet, but we have a huge YouTuber who did the recording for us. He or she, I'm not going to tell you, is one of the biggest English channels on YouTube at the moment. So this should be really interesting, I think. I'm excited about that as well. I'm going to try to get a different teacher every time to get you to hear different accents. Right now we're focusing more on, England, Scotland, the UK in general, but we'll have some American teachers very soon as well to get you used to different accents as well, okay? Alright, so let me have a look a little bit at your comments, guys. Weekend plans. So I actually have a friend coming over today, so we're gonna have a girl day. We're gonna do face masks, and we're gonna go to the pool with my with my big pizza. We're gonna go on big walks with the doggy as well, and lots of food. That's about my weekend. Ahmed is asking, am I an actor? Yes and no, I guess. I've always liked doing acting when I was younger. I was part of musicals, of so many different things, but not. I mean, I guess when you're a teacher and when you teach online like that, you are always a little bit of an actor. You have the teacher persona that comes out. You'd be surprised to know that in real life, I actually really like being alone. I need alone time a lot. But yeah, so you're obviously a little bit different when you teach because you have to make sure that you're fun and engaging all the time. So I guess yeah, I am an actor. Exactly. If you just accept local currency. I don't understand, Sheriff. So a lot of you are saying afternoon on Sunday afternoon. Anna's saying Sunday morning. Oh, we have some speculations in the comments about next week's guest. I'm not gonna tell you. You're gonna have to wait until next Saturday probably, because I'll set up the live on Saturday, so you'll be able to see who our guest is on Saturday. Oh, Sheriff, you're using the abbreviations that we saw on Thursday during that live. I think there's construction work going on, starting. All right. You're going to the pool as well, Khalid. Yes, when it's so hot like that, you need a bit of time to chill and relax and just soak in water. I'm gonna soak on my pizza. And yeah, teaching is acting. Yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot. Can you hear that? There's a lot of acting going on as well. Yeah, absolutely. Let the cat out of the bag, Marine. Not happening. You're gonna have to wait a little bit, guys. Oh, the excitement. Well, no, Halima was this week. She, like I said, guys, she was my very first collab on the channel. So I'm just so happy that she accepted to do that for me. And hopefully there'll be many, many more collabs with Halima in the future as well. And next time I'm going to the UK, I definitely want to see her again and try to film, face-to-face real collabs. That would be fun, I think. Alright guys, well thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you coming back every single week. As you know, those lives are made even more fun because you're here, because you're in the comment section. And again, I really appreciate how much you motivate each other, because obviously I try to focus also on the comment section, but I have to focus on the lesson itself. So I appreciate that, guys. Wait, Khalid, you're scaring me. Say, open the door. Maybe it's a thief. Stop it. Don't say that. Alright, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I have a new video ready. I think I'll post it on Monday morning on lend versus borrow. I know those two words are quite tricky. So that's coming up next Monday morning. And that's it for today, guys. I'm not going to tell you more. That's it. Alright guys, thank you so much and keep on learning. Have a lovely weekend, okay? Bye bye. Keep on learning.